Today we're going to laser cut some acrylic to make a pour-over coffee stand. I recently received an X-Tool Laser Box D1. It's a really easy to use laser cutter, and I decided to challenge myself to see how fast I could design and make a product right out of the box. The setup was all pretty easy, just basic plug and play. I did have to connect hoses between the air purifier and the laser cutter itself. I laid out my design in Illustrator. For small projects like this where I'm designing at a 1-to-1 scale, I just like setting up an Illustrator file using grid snaps, in this case set to 1/8 of an inch, which is the same thickness of the acrylic that I'm going to use. And this way I can just draw rectangles or circles and then drag them around and stretch them to the right size. So all I really had to do here was draw straight lines, one circle, and a bunch of rectangles, connect a few pieces, and then for the slots where the pieces are going to intersect, I just drew additional rectangles. And who cares if there's some overlapping lines? We'll let the next software figure that out. It took me right around 20 minutes to design this file, and then I exported it as a DXF. I then opened up the LaserBox software, which is free and pretty easy to use, and imported that DXF. Now, you do want to double check your units to make sure that you exported and are importing at the same units, but I got this right the first time, so I guess it's not too hard. From there, you just line up the drawing over the material using the onboard camera to make that adjustment nice and easy. And then I hit the button and let the lasering happen. It took 8 minutes and 12 seconds to cut out all the pieces on this 12-inch by 12-inch acrylic square. Now, this isn't all the pieces that I need for the pour-over coffee stand. I need one more side panel as well, so I just put it in another sheet and cut that. I bought this colored acrylic on Amazon, link in the description, and it comes with a paper attached to it, which is great because it protects the pieces while you're working with them. Once all the pieces were cut, I just peeled that off and was really pleased at how perfect the edges are. This is what's great about using a laser with acrylic. You don't need to finish anything. It's done. And the edges just look really cool. I love how there's like a contrast where it refracts or reflects some of the light, and the edge color looks stronger than the basic colors on the planes, even though it's all the same kind of plastic. The whole design assembled in seconds, not even minutes, and it's a nice functional product that I definitely could manufacture even with this home version of a laser cutter. I also experimented with some other colors of acrylic. They look good. You'll be seeing some projects involving those in the future. But now that we established how easy the machine is to use and that it's totally possible to design a working product in a matter of minutes, let's look at the entire setup in a little bit greater detail. I connected my desktop to the laser box using an Ethernet cable, but you can also use a USB cable or just do it with Wi-Fi. The laser cutters can produce a lot of fumes and smells, so I was really happy that they also sent me the air purifier, which works really well. And all I had to do was just squeeze these little hose clamps to connect the machines together and then take the hose out of the air purifier and just run that right out a door or window. The air purifier is powered by a cable that connects it to the laser box, so I only need one electrical outlet to plug in the laser box itself. I decided to try a similar design on some 1/8-inch plywood and check out how cool this onboard camera is. You can actually see the workpiece within the machine, and so you can line up your digital file right over the top of it perfectly. This wood cut even faster than the acrylic. I think it was just around 3 minutes to cut out all these pieces. But when cutting wood, it does leave a little bit of burned char along the edges, so you kind of want to rub that off or just seal it with some sort of acrylic spray. This is a pretty robust machine, and I've only tapped into a small fraction of its capabilities, so keep subscribed to this channel and you'll probably see me using it again in the near future. But from my experiences so far, here's what I'll say. There were no errors in any of the 10 or so pieces that I cut. It was easy to use right out of the box. And I was able to design and make repeatable products within an hour of unboxing the machine. So I think there's a clear path to ROI on machines like this, depending on your levels of creativity and design abilities. But it was an absolute pleasure to work with, and I'm looking forward to adding it to my maker rotation. If you're interested in the machines themselves, check out the links in the description and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks everybody. Bye.